Young players who one day hope to wear the Soo Greyhound uniform recently gathered in Sault Ste. Marie for the Hounds development camp. One of the people under the microscope of the Greyhounds brass is their first-round pick from the 2014 OHL draft, Anthony Salinitri. Anthony Salinitri is the Greyhounds' first pick from the 2014 Ontario Hockey League draft. Anthony, you got your first taste of Sault Ste. Marie. What are your impressions so far?
Yes, I like it a lot. I mean, the coach is great, and Kyle Dubas is a great guy, and I respect him, and it's awesome. I love it here.
What was your reaction when you were drafted by the Greyhounds?
I was very excited and very honored. I mean, the Soo was my first pick, and I really wanted to come here. After meeting Kyle and after talking to the coaches and some of the staff, I really liked it and I respected them, and I really would like to come here.
For the fans in Sault Ste. Marie, what type of player are you? What can they expect to see from you?
Yeah, I mean, I like to play a quick game, fast-paced. I'm responsible on both ends, and I like to rush the puck, and when I get my chance to shoot or pass, I make it.
It's kind of ironic. The Greyhounds and the Spitfires are one of the best rivalries in the Ontario Hockey League. Your allegiance is changing now?
Yeah, I mean, now I'm a Soo fan, but I know when I go to Windsor, it's going to be an exciting match, and it's going to be a good memory for me, and I'm looking to put in a really good performance there.
It's a pretty big step going from midget to the Ontario Hockey League. Are you concerned at all about making that step?
I'm not concerned. I mean, a lot of hard work's got to be put over the off-season to get faster and stronger to compete with these guys, but no, I'm just going to set a good goal and be ready.
This is a community that loves its hockey. I mean, they're with you, and they have a lot of great support. Did you do a lot of research about the Soo before, or did you know that already?
Kyle gave us a book that we read up on, but me and my dad did some research, and there's some great hockey players that came through this organization, so I'm really excited to start here.
Your first-round pick this year was Anthony Salinitri. Are you impressed by what you've seen from him so far?
I think with Anthony, he comes from a Windsor Junior Spitfires team that I think was well coached, but they were a little bit undermanned in their league. So it's been nice to see him play with some better talent out here, and I think as he's getting to get used to playing with some better players, you could tell that he understands the concepts and the systems of the game very well, and now it's just beginning to get more assertive and up in the play and various different times in practice. But he's been good. We're excited about him. He's a really solid young man from a good family, and most importantly, I think he presents a good combination of speed and skill, which we're excited about.
One of the areas that I know you're going to be addressing is the goaltending position. With Matt Murray graduating, you drafted a goalie high. Is there any problem filling that position early?
No, I think that's the one position that, well, I think with returning 8 of our top 11 scorers and really returning all of our defense, with Darnell Nurse being a bit of a question mark, the only area we really had going into the offseason was goaltending, and we're committed to going ahead into next season with Brandon Halverson and Joseph Raymakers as our two to start the year and give them the opportunity to run with the ball, and if we need to adapt, we will, but I don't think we will. I think Brandon came a long way in the second half of the season under John Elkin, and we really like what we see out of Joseph. As Sheldon says, a bad goalie, an old bad goalie is still a bad goalie, and a good young goalie is still a good goalie. So we're excited about those two and excited about that position as we move ahead.
What impressed you about Raymakers when the draft came along? Is it just his style of play?
Well, I think the Chatham team that he played for, where they were a pretty good team, but they went on a heck of a run during the second half of the year in the playoffs, and it was, as with most cases when a team goes on a good run, goaltending is usually the common denominator. And with him, he's very quick, very agile, and extremely competitive, but has a really strong belief in himself, not in an arrogant or cocky sense, but just he knows what he needs to do to be successful and believes that he can accomplish it.
Can you see a few free agents making next year's team?
I think we've always seemed to have a few guys that have stepped up. We've liked some of the free agents and even some of the later picks from this year's draft. I'm watching on here today Jack Kopaka, who we picked in the 8th round from CompuWare. He's been really impressive through the first couple days, and Jeff Kitt from Thunder Bay, who's a free agent. He's really opened our eyes out here, as is Bryce Hatton, a defenseman from the Michigan Nationals. So we'll watch them closely throughout the rest of the camp and make a decision with regards to main camp and proceed from there.
Over 30 players made up of draft picks and free agents attended the development camp. Soo Greyhounds training camp begins at the end of August. For Shaw TV, I'm Gino Cavallo.